Time now for a look back at the last 168 hours on the planet. The third and final presidential debate took place this week, promising to be even more explosive than the first two. But like any second sequel, it failed to deliver. Perhaps because it didn't follow the rules of sequels, e.g. the second one tries to be cooler and edgier, and then the third one plays it more for laughs, a bit more knowing, possibly with the introduction of either a street-smart child character or a talking dog. Trump's attitude to women took centre stage this time.
He held a number of big rallies where he said that he could not possibly have done those things to those women because they were not attractive enough
I did not
them
say
to be
that.
assaulted.
I did not say that.
In fact, he went on to say...
Sir, her 2 minutes.
But did not say that.
It's her 2 minutes.
It's my 2 minutes. Trump was feeling pretty feisty. Come on, Donald. Hillary's holding the cushion here, but he went further, refusing to say whether or not he would accept the result of the US presidential election. A result that looks increasingly like it's going Hill's way. But Vice President Dr. Jan Halper-Haynes of political group Republicans Overseas, and how can you call yourself a real Republican if you own a passport, says it ain't over till the lady in the bariatric ward sings.
These polls could be absolutely wrong. I think there are hidden Trump women supporters, hidden Trump college-educated supporters, but you're open to ridicule often if you're not in a red state, if you say you're supporting Trump. There are going to be some surprises.
Whoever wins, you're looking at about 175 million disgruntled Americans living in a country where guns pretty much come with Happy Meals. It almost makes you hope that the Liberals lose simply because all they'll do is sign online petitions and moan about it at dinner parties. Trump says the election is probably rigged. How does Hillary feel about that?
That's horrifying. You know, every time Donald thinks things are not going in his direction, he claims whatever it is rigged against him. The FBI conducted a year-long investigation into my emails. They concluded there was no case. He said the FBI was rigged.
But Trump is insistent the whole political establishment is getting riggy with it.
She shouldn't be allowed to run. She's guilty of a very, very serious crime. She should not be allowed to run. And just in that respect, I say it's rigged.
Time for the standard Trump fallback position. He's sort of like a medium, possibly a large. You know, he's sort of just feeling his way into it, using vague references to something and then allowing his audience to fill it in by themselves. Like he's always saying, there's something very bad going on. It's a work of genius. So tell me, the Donald, or may I call you what's going on with the rigged election?
I will look at it at the time. I'm not looking at anything now. I'll look at it at the time. What I've seen is so bad.
Yeah, bad. Okay, cool. Trump's running man would be vice president. Funny term that, isn't it? President of Vice. Mike Pence thinks that as I refer to him, is bang on the money, speaking to reporters after the debate in a super caring voice.
Well, let me say what Donald Trump said tonight, and I wrote it down in this quote. He said, I'll look at it at the time. And I think he's made a point that is resonating with millions of Americans that quite frankly, with all due respect, the media coverage in this presidential campaign has been so one-sided.
Maybe. Like I say, the outcome of this election in a country already pretty tightly wound kind of makes you wonder why, since they've privatised everything else there, they haven't privatised the police and fire departments and immediately snapped up shares in them. I can't help but feel that they're going to be fairly busy come November. And that was The Week in Review. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
The Week in Review with Jake Yapp on TalkRadio.
Quite slick now with the jingles. Thank you very much. Don't forget we've got the Westminster Soap Bubble coming up in a little bit. But yeah, that was your Week in Review. Thank you. We take the finest Argentinian beef, mature it for 24 days, then serve it as a sizzling, succulent steak, served with new potatoes bursting with flavour and crisp green beans. And you turn it into poo. We take fresh double cream and combine it with egg yolks to prepare the perfect creme brulee. And within 24 hours of your spoon breaching the crackly sugar canopy, you've turned it into poo. I don't know why we bother. Our shop is filled with the finest array of quality fruits and vegetables, sourced from around the world. Thousands of hours of toil and years of expertise, just for you to go and turn it all into poo overnight. But there is one product that's just a little different. The Jake Yapp podcast. Jake Yapp's Sunday Best is a free product that you can download from the talkradio.co.uk website or from iTunes or other podcast providers, and that you can transform into the occasional chuckle or brief burst of synaptic activity and thought. Plus, it's a bit poo already. So next time you walk around a supermarket, just think about what every product in there will be by this time tomorrow.